So far, we're able to move the character, but it's going way too fast and it's not going in the right directions. So let's fix this. First of all, let's open the script. Which script? The Iron Man behavior script, which is right here in the Iron Man prefab. Double click on it and let's control the speed. Now, as you can see, within the move function, we have this ×5. Now, earlier, you might have been wondering, why do we have a ×5 for the movement? Because we wanted to add a certain speed. Now, there's two things that are wrong with that, is that you shouldn't add some variables that are predefined like this. You might want to control these variables outside of the script, meaning but within Unity. So let's add a variable. And the second thing that's wrong with that is also that it's not using the delta time, meaning that the physics calls are not called at the same time. Sometimes they might be called every 5 seconds, sometimes every 0.2 seconds, every 0.1 milliseconds. So, it varies because depending on how much effort, physical efforts there is to do. If there's only one physics object, there's a lot less calculations to do than if you had 5,000 physics objects to calculate, right? So again, in your game, the calls, there's going to be way less calls per second when there's 5,000 objects on the screen than if there's only one. So you definitely need to use the time delta time. So I'm going to use it right now. Time dot delta time, or put the fixed delta time, that's even better. Time speed. Okay, and now the speed is in red because we do not have a speed. Let's add it. How do we do this? Go all the way up and let's create a speed. I'm going to add it here because I'm going to make it public. So write public float speed and put a semicolon at the end. Now, what I like to do sometimes is just put is equal to, let's say, 2.0f, and then I'm going to modify this within the Unity script. Now save this and go back to Unity. And now, if you look under the Iron Man behavior script, you will see a new variable right here that says speed. And the reason why it's here is because we just added it publicly. Now let's press play and use the keyboard to go left, right, and so on and see what happens. So as you can see, it's going, but it's very slow, right? So what we need to do is play with the speed. Now, how could you play with the speed? You don't need to pause the game. You can just modify the speed here. Let's put it to 100 and see. Okay, so press 100 and now I'm going to move it. Let's see. Okay, it's a bit too fast, okay, but still it's getting better. So I'm gonna go with 50. All right, so that's how you do to try out, okay? So go with 50. All right, and give it a shot. Okay, 50 is kind of okay, still a bit too fast. So 25, let's see. Okay, 25 is already better. It's still a bit too fast, so I'm gonna go with 20, but that's about right. Okay, now that I have that, what I'm gonna do, you need to press stop. So you get out of the play mode and you change the number here now, because when you play, it's just a temporary. It doesn't change here. It only changes when you're out of the play mode. And I'm going to put, let's say, I said 20, but I'm going to go with 16. All right, I'm going to press play and see how it goes. And please do the same and see how it goes for you. Yes, that's good for me. All right. Now, what happens is that when I press up, the W key, it does not go up. It goes right. And when I go down, it goes left. So that's wrong. I need to fix this. How am I going to fix this? That's what I was telling you guys earlier. In the script, we need to modify the way it's going up and down. So go to the script, and right here inside of the movement, instead of H here, so the vertical becomes the horizontal and the horizontal becomes vertical. So here I'm going to put V, and here I'm going to put H. Now, I know already that it's going to be negative V because when you put up, it needs to go left and not right. So you'll see, put negative V here, or try it without the negative sign and see what it does. But I can show you, you will need the negative sign here. All right, save this and go back to the code. And let's press play. All right, now I'm going to go press W. And now it's going up. That's perfect. I'm going to press S. It's going down. I'm going to press right and left. Perfect. Okay, so I have everything I want. Now, there's a little problem here. Wouldn't you want that when you move the mouse, the character looks where the mouse is looking at, right? Wouldn't you want the character to move in the right direction? Because right now it's not really going left, right, or anything like this, right? So we need to do that, but something else we need to do definitely is to play the animation, right? So there's two more things to do. Look in the right direction and play the animation as well. All right, so we're going to do that in the following lectures.